Quickly! There's trouble at the old mill!
You should now have some information to help you find where you need to be next.
I suggest you go outside and discuss it sensibly in the street.
That's right, this next stage is outside. I really hope it's not raining. Your challenge is to find your way to the start of part 5 using the information you should have in your hand. To get you started, make your way down the wooden stairs and turn right to pass through the door. You'll see the bottom of the sack hoist on your right-hand side. This is where the milling process begins as the grain first enters the mill.
Lovely stuff.
Hit the button on the wall to open the fire exit and close the door behind you, please. Remember to move as a team and please don't rush. We'll walk and talk as we cover Part 4, the Nicholsons.
At the beginning of the 19th century, the Three Mills business was in decline and heavily mortgaged following bad debts and bankruptcies. And so in 1872, Three Mills Distillery was sold to a fast-growing London-based wine, spirit and pub company. J&W Nicholson was founded in 1802 during the Napoleonic Wars, becoming successful through the production and sale of so-called British brandy as well as various fruit and spice cordials. Later, William Nicholson Jr., the son of the co-founder, became a director of the firm and then its chairman from 1854. William Nicholson was a Victorian all-rounder, a businessman, Member of Parliament and sporting hero. He played first-class cricket for the Marylebone Cricket Club and would use his fortune to become a benefactor of the game, helping to secure the site in St John's Wood that is today Lord's, the home of cricket, financing his famous pavilion. He was a Liberal Party politician who sat in the House of Commons in 2 periods between 1866 and 1885, later joining the Conservatives. And he ran the family distilling business, acquiring Three Mills in 1872, developing a range of spirits that included Nicholson Lamplighter Gin and the famous London Dry Gin, and from 1873 establishing a portfolio of pubs that remain today as the Nicholson's Pub Group, owned by Mitchells and Butler. William Nicholson had 14 children, one of whom he made managing director of Three Mills Distillery, an appointment that would one day claim his son's life alongside 3 other men in a tragic industrial accident. As you approach Three Mills Green, make your way to the monument just beyond the Blue Bridge. Near this site lies a well into which drains the wastewater of the surrounding ground. On the 12th of July 1901, Godfrey Nicholson, the managing director of Three Mills Distillery, accompanied by a party of 3 distillery workmen, went to inspect this well as a potential water supply. Until this day, the well had been sealed for around 2 years. A ladder was let down and a man named Pickett descended with a rod and registered the well's depth as 11 feet before handing the rod to his colleague Elliot. But then Pickett suddenly fell to the bottom of the well. Godfrey Nicholson at once went down the ladder to assist Pickett, but he too fell, having climbed a little way down. Elliot then went to the rescue of his colleagues, and he in turn was overcome and disappeared. A similar fate happened to a man named Underhill who followed. All 4 men were dead when brought back to the surface later that day, having been overcome by noxious gas. This sculpture of clasped hands on Three Mills Green commemorates this tragic incident which claimed the lives of 4 young men.
We're now going to make our way back to the house mill. But before we do, you'll need to find the QR code for part 5 and take note of the clue for your final challenge.